Dun, 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 dun. Started the stream a little early today. Thought I had nailed it. Thought I had matched the timing of the intro music for the live stream with Stevie Ray Vaughan's Love Struck Baby. Missed it by that much. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I can be in a cheery mood here in Ottawa. If you're a little further south of us, down around Kingston, you woke up to some snow this morning. I know. What do you think this is? Canada or something? Waking up to snow? Crazy. Anyway, for some folks, yes, indeed, that is exactly what happened. They woke up to some snow this morning down around Kingston. I shouldn't laugh too hard because it looks like we could be in for some snow here as well a little later on today, if you believe the forecast. High of 4, some snow, some rain possible, a little bit of sun. It's 1 right now. Sunshine 4 tomorrow, sunshine 7 for Friday, sunshine 8 for Saturday, sunshine 8 for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, sunshine both days, and 7. So there's that. Nice. Look at everybody logging on and saying good morning. Everybody's so happy right now. Yay. Well, hopefully I can come up with some stuff to talk about that will keep you happy as well. This, by the way, is let me just say this about that. And by me, I mean me, but you were invited to the conversation as well. Maybe there's something you want to bring our attention to. Maybe there's something that's on your mind you want to discuss, something going on in your kid's school, perhaps. If you got a fundraiser going on this weekend you want people to know about, whatever. 613-604-6464. In fact, I'm putting the video link up as well in our chat. So whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch or on Twitter or on Facebook, you can just give that a little clickety-click and you can join us actually live on the air. Yeah, it's like a little Zoom call. So the link is there for you now. Tax increases to find out today. Yay, says Lizzie. I mean, tax increases are inevitable. It's, does it correspond? Normally it corresponds to the increase in the cost of living. I hope not, because, boy, the cost of living has gone up, certainly like 10, 12%. Minimum wage set to go up January. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. Sure, celebrate that all you want. But if your employer has to pay you, let's say 12% more, I don't know what it works out to as far as a pay increase is concerned, but let's say 12% for the sake of argument. Guess what? The price of everything in the store or the restaurant goes up 12%. Oh, that's just a greedy owner. That's just a greedy owner refusing to, they just protecting their profits. Well, yeah, if you own the business, what you call profit, the owner of the business calls their income. Why are we so against owners of businesses making income? Oh, it's from profits. Profits. Yeah, after I pay you, after I pay my rent, after I pay for whatever it is we sell, after it is I pay the insurance, the profit is how I get paid after assuming all the risk. People are they get so upset at the whole idea of profit. Anyway, speaking of profit, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not sure if I am mortified by what I saw yesterday or if I am really upset that I'm not the one who thought of it. Pulled into the gas station. Susie ran in to grab a couple of things. And as I'm sitting there, I happen to be parked right next to the air machine. You know, the thing that inflates your tires? Now, how often have we had, the conversation about, can't believe you've even got to pay for air? Which... last time I think I used one of those machines. By the way, I don't know if you can know this, but you can actually buy your own air machine. Like if you keep an eye out at like Canadian Tire, they typically go on sale for around $15-20. Plugs into your cigarette lighter. Sorry, your AC outlet in the car, in the vehicle. And then it can't hear you. Brian says he can't hear me. Music's too loud. I don't know what you're hearing. But anyway, Look at see, Brian, Brian, you're not allowed to have tech issues, because when you have tech issues, you throw me off. Damn it. There's no music playing, Brian. I don't know what you're hearing. I think you've got two windows open, Brian, is the issue there. There you go. I'm happy to help you. So yeah, 25 cents. Oh my God. Well, now it's $2 for air. And I noticed yesterday, and yeah, somebody's already beaten me to it. It takes credit cards now. Right? On one hand, it's mortifying. I'm financing. I am now financing the air I'm putting in my tires. What's a credit card? What's your credit card interest rate? Like 18%? Yeah, I'll just swipe my credit card, put $2 worth of air into my tires, and then carry a balance on my credit card for a year at 18%. Laura says it's not the air, it's the use of the equipment. Oh, Laura, if that was only the case. Okay, so can I charge for the use of my? Never mind. We're getting down a bad rabbit hole with that. But yeah, that's what struck me as funny yesterday. And I'm mortified by it. Like, oh my God, there are people who are actually going to swipe that, and they'll carry a balance on their credit card for about a year or so, paying interest on $2 for air and not even realize it. And then on the other hand, I'm going, why didn't I think of that? What a great business to be in. Damn. Hey, gas station owners, have I got an idea for you? We're going to charge people for air. How'd you like to be at that meeting? For what? For air. You sure? Yep. Yeah. Oh, they'll pay $2 for air, but they can go to Canadian Tire and they can get an air compressor. Shh. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. Wait, guys, come back to the table. I've got an even better idea. Better than selling them air? Yes. I'm going to allow them to pay for it with their credit card. It's genius. Absolute genius. So that struck me as funny yesterday. Can we talk about people falling for headlines again? Okay, do yourself a favor, and I'm guilty of this too, right? Headlines are designed to capture your attention. They always have been. Now, of course, a lot of them are referred to as clickbait. But if all you're reading in whatever news, and I use that term loosely, sources you're following, if all you're reading is the headline, there's a pretty good chance you're going to end up looking like a fool. Case in point, I don't know what your timeline looks like on your social media, but mine right now, last night, was just polluted. It was person after person after person. Obviously huge fans of this gentleman. Obviously. Such big fans, they've been sharing the news of his death. Yes, last night, at least a dozen people on my timeline sharing news of the death of Sean Connery. Because, as the headline says, James Bond actor Sean Connery is dead. Well, indeed he is. And you, being such a big fan who's so upset about this revelation, should know that, since he died a year ago. And I've fallen down the trap myself. So when I'm pointing my finger at you, it's you're rubber, I'm glue, bouncy it goes. But oh my God, we're still there. We are still there with people just Sean Connery's dead. Share. And you wonder why people fall for so much misinformation. The other thing that's going on Can we talk about this for a little bit? The other thing that's going on is, I don't know how old I was when I learned this. Maybe 4, maybe 5 years old. Say it with me, kids. Spring forward, right? Fall back. Okay, now maybe this will help if I put on my Grover voice. Remember, near, far, spring, forward, fall, back. Why is that complicated for some folks? How many people are posting on your timeline right now? Remember, your clocks go ahead this weekend. No. And the same is true in the spring. Everybody shares the share meme in the spring. Turn back time. No, in spring, you turn time ahead. You spring forward. Wait, says Laura. Sean Connery's dead? Indeed, he is. October of last year. I'm sorry to be the one to break the news to you, but yes. Yes, indeed, he is. Spring forward, fall back, and yet every second person on Facebook right now, don't forget, we lose an hour. No, we don't lose an hour. Stop pissing people off unnecessarily. We gain an hour of sleep. Clocks go back. 3 o'clock a.m. becomes 2 a.m. You get an extra hour of sleep. Now, if your cell phone carrier is not on board with this, all bets are off. I'm sorry, Belle. I'm sorry. But you upset a lot of people last week. I don't even know how. Did we ever get an explanation, by the way, on how that even happened? Like that's the kind of thing I thought would happen, at the turn of the millennium. Remember New Year's Eve, 1999? And like I remember we were hosting a New Year's Eve party wherever the hell we were, and like midnight hits, and there's like this moment where everybody just like freezes and pauses, and it's like I'm waiting for the lights to go off. I'm waiting for the world to cave in here, and nothing happened. Oh yeah, the whole world was gonna fall. Nothing happened. Well, anyway. Yes. So say it with me again, and maybe putting on the persona of Grover will help. Spring forward, fall back. If only they could figure out a way to make that simple to remember for some folks. Ah, boy. People upset because they charge for ice. That's, you know what? Why not? Not everybody. Think of how little room you've got in your freezer. And if you've got like a big party going on or whatever else, and you need some ice, you're not carrying that, that quantity of ice in your freezer. You're just not. $3.75 for a bag of ice. How often are you buying ice? There you go. Good morning to everybody joining us. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitch. We are on Twitter. We are on YouTube as well. The show brought to you by Hometown Sports and Grill on Bank Street, just north of Heron. Yes, there I go again. Using terms like north, south, east, and west to an audience made up of people mostly from Ottawa who have no idea what north, south, east, or west are. Oh, I live in the west end, but I don't know what direction west is. I live in the east end, but I don't know what direction east is. North of Heron Road. If you're coming up Heron Road from, let's say, Heron Gate, you want to make a right-hand turn towards Lansdowne, towards Parliament Hill. That's north. Any further north, you're in Gatineau. Spring forward, fall back. North is Parliament Hill. South is the United States of America. And if you can't figure out the other two from there, I really can't help you with much. Hometown Sports and Grill, by the way, offering up a pair of tickets to see the Sens taking on the Islanders on December 7th. 200-level tickets, by the way. And they're even throwing in a $50 gift card. So if you were listening Monday, I gave you a number that you're supposed to keep track of. This is to help you win these tickets, right? So Monday, by the time Friday rolls around, you're going to have 5 numbers, and it will be a code, and you're going to have to give me all 5 numbers in a row. That's the deal. Okay, so you got a number Monday, you got a number yesterday. If you missed them, here's a tip. You can actually go and find, let me just say this about that, the podcast. Pod. It does not mean portable on demand, but again, spring forward, fall back. I'm trying to dumb this down for a lot of folks. For the sake of argument, that's what it means. So yes, on demand, you could actually go, if you go to milkmanshow.com, the podcast is there. In fact, I got 2 podcasts up on that page. Or if you actually know what you're doing and you can navigate the world of podcast. Let me just say this about that. I'd love for you to subscribe. You will find the Monday show. You'll find the Tuesday show. And within each, you will find the numbers that perhaps you're missing. Today, your number 30. 30 is your number for today. There you go. Friday, your chance to win 200 level tickets for the Sens and the New York Islanders, December 7th. Nice. Oh, speaking of social media, you're probably aware that from time to time, yours truly ends up. Am I really that naughty on Facebook? If you've been following me on Facebook for a while, think back to 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I was in a really dark place. And like every second post I put on social media was about, I don't know, kink or sex or whatever. Like every second post. It was like upset my employer greatly. But I've backed way off of that for a lot of reasons. Mostly because I'm in a healthier place. Doesn't mean that that's not part of me anymore. It just means, I don't need to. It ain't worth the, it ain't worth putting it out there, and the risk of ending up in Facebook jail and this community in Ottawa, by the way, I don't know what it is. It's not a healthy place. So it's just better just to not even put it there. Jeanette remembers. She says, yeah, you've totally toned it down. Yeah, I have. But there's a social media site for people in the kink fetish community that I had not logged on to in forever. And I logged on yesterday. So I want to rephrase this. It's called FetLife. Some of you may be on it. That's awesome. I had not logged on to FetLife in well over a year. That's how I'm really just not paying any attention to that community right now. I'm just not. So, but I don't know. For some reason yesterday I thought, let's just log on, see what's going on. Lisa says, that's when I started following you. Well, here we go, Lisa. Buckle up because we're diving in deep. I logged back onto FetLife yesterday. And keep in mind, this is it is basically the Facebook for kinksters. The S&M, BDSM crowd, doms, submissives, few members of the swingers community in there. Right? So I log on yesterday and I've got a notification. I have violated community standards. What? What? Yep. A picture that I had posted, and by the way, that I am the taker of. It's not like I went, to the internet and grabbed this picture and thought this will be funny. No. It was harmless. I mean, basically, there's a whole section. In fact, there are 2 or 3 sections on this website that are they're pictures and videos, and it's explicit on purpose by virtue of it being called FetLife. Right? I put a picture of a bottom that had been well spanked. It was red. The bottom was even covered with underwear. And somehow has violated communities. Now, if I post that on Facebook, yeah, you're not going to get a whole lot of argument from me. Okay, fine. I crossed the line there on Facebook. But on FetLife? And Kelly's got a good point. How bad does it have to be to get into fetish jail? Well, here's the question I have. If you're in fetish jail, do you get handcuffed or not? I'm thinking in that situation, no. No, there's no handcuffs for you. Suffer. But seriously, how in the world does that even happen? A picture of a bare bottom, freshly spanked. Now there's no, unlike Facebook. So the last time I got in shit with Facebook, it was, I'd posted back in the early days of COVID-19 and the pandemic. And when we were first starting to hear from folks, the anti-vax crowd and whatever else, this is all fake. This is all bullshit. Yada, yada, yada. Don't listen to the doctors. They're wrong. It's the government trying to control you. This whole thing, whatever else. And fine. If that's your world, that's your world. Whatever. You're entitled to it. I think you're crazy. But we've been down this road. We've had this debate. We're not going anywhere with it. You think you're right. I think I'm right. Oh, I know I'm right. So anyway, I digress. I had posted a picture on Facebook of an electrical socket. You probably shared it. At the very least, I'm sure you've seen it because person after person after person, oh my God, my friend in Australia just shared a meme and it has your logo on it. Oh, my friend in some far off land, posted this on their timeline. It had your logo on it. Look at you going viral. It was the most shared, most laughed at thing I've probably ever posted on Facebook. And so it's a picture of an electrical socket and there's a fork right near it. And it's captioned, go ahead, something along the lines of, go ahead, you know better than the experts. Like sarcastically encouraging you to stick a fork in a light socket. Of course you don't stick a fork in a light socket. Of course you don't. And I even hashtagged it sarcasm. Well, the thing went floating around the internet, like I said, on Facebook for the better part of a year. And all of a sudden, Facebook's like, no, you're violating community standards. You're encouraging people to potentially kill themselves. James says, knives work better. It's comedy, guys. And you have no recourse against Facebook. So Facebook punishes me. And keep in mind what I do for a living. Like a lot of what I do is like every day at 2, I have a responsibility to get Lowell Green on the air. Right? And he wants to stream his show on Facebook. It's kind of important to him. He likes seeing those numbers. That's just how he is assured that there is indeed an audience paying attention to his show. And I get it. In the world of radio, it's all about numbers. So Facebook says you cannot stream live for a month. Okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Fortunately, they only prohibited me from streaming live on my Facebook page and the Blast the Radio page. Basically, any page that I am the administrator of, I could not stream to. But Lowell admins his own page. I was still able to stream to. Thank goodness. But still, I mean, we're trying to introduce my audience to his audience to my radio station, my show, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, that consequence for something that I thought was fairly innocuous, that hurt a little bit. And then Facebook on top of that says, we're also banning you from advertising on any of our platforms for 30 days. Oh, you don't want my money. Well, if you don't want my money for 30 days, you don't want my money at all. And that's, by the way, that's a hard stance that I'm not backing down from. It's funny how much time Facebook spends emailing me, save 50% on your next ad campaign. No. You banned me from advertising for 30 days. I'm not advertising with you at all, Meta. Kiss my milky white ass. No, I'm not advertising on Facebook. Oh, here's a free campaign for you on Instagram. Also owned, by the way, by Meta, which is Facebook. No. Here's some free ads to boost your business. No. Hell no. Anyway, so those are the repercussions for posting that on. I don't know what the repercussions are on FetLife for posting a picture of fetish things. The world is in an insane place, guys. It's in an absolutely insane place. Speaking of insanity, do you see this headline? Ottawa Citizen has it. 2 Canadians must each repay more than $100,000 in benefits they claimed for 22 fake children. What? You heard me correctly. So they actually filed their taxes and claimed benefits over the years for a combined 22 children. Finally caught by CRA. They'll be spending the next 2 years in jail or home confinement and have to repay over $100,000 each for fraudulently claiming child benefits on a combined 22 fake children. Wow. I mean, that's going to bite you in the ass every time. What are people thinking? What are people thinking? I mean, it's one thing. One of the best lines I ever heard from an accountant. I'm not saying it was my accountant, just an accountant. And I thought it was gold. Parking meters don't give receipts. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Right? Basically saying it's up to the government to prove that you didn't pay that in parking. Well, of course, now every parking meter gives you a receipt, but back in the day. So, I mean, we all try to get away with a thing or two here and there. How ballsy is that? I'd love to put it out there and just say, listen, I'd love to hear what, the wildest claim you've ever made. There is a difference, by the way, kids. And I'm certainly no financial expert. I'm certainly not an accountant. My father, however, is, and a very good one, I might add. But there is a huge difference between tax evasion and tax avoidance. Let me say that again. Tax evasion, illegal. Tax avoidance, gray area. It's your word against their word. Hence the parking meter receipt thing. Prove to me that I didn't pay that in parking. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, I got 11 kids. Yep, sure do. I'm claiming the child tax benefit for 11 kids. And that there's somebody like, do these people, I didn't even read deep enough. He says, after busting people's chops for not reading past headlines. I at least clicked the article. I read a little bit past the headline. No idea if it's even like, are they friends? Hey, Bill, you know what I put on my taxes? No, what do you put on your taxes, Joe? No, that I've got 11 children. Dude, I'm going to do that today, too. That's brilliant. Wow, smart. See you in jail. Of course, the next article down is just how hellish the Ottawa Jail situation is, and I don't doubt that it is. It's overcrowded. It's overcrowded, but it's jail. I'm just saying, when I read that, the conditions are horrible. That's kind of how I pictured jail to be. I didn't picture it as like some all-inclusive getaway resort with like pina coladas and people in bikinis, the Beach Boys playing in the background, an all-you-can-eat buffet. I really didn't picture it like that. I kind of thought jail was a really bad, awful place that you wanted to work very, very hard to make sure that you never ended up there. And yet we've got stories this morning of jail being awful. I mean, if you've got somebody in your family, obviously, who's in that situation, sure, you want the best for them. I get that. But it's jail. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. 613-604-6464 is the number here. You can text in. Let me just put the link again. If you want to pop up on the video, you certainly can. You can chime in and have a conversation with us that way. There you go. I've just put the link up on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook as well. The other story, this one it came across. I didn't see it until this morning. Oh, by the way, CBC is back to allowing you to post comments now, by the way. They experimented in October with closing comments. I haven't seen or heard anything that they've come to some sort of conclusion from this experiment that they were doing or the purpose of it, but whatever else. I mean, I get turning off comments. Enough is enough. It all stemmed, I think, a lot of their reporters were being lambasted. And look, that's the world we live in now, right? People live to flame you. They live to ruin you. So I get it. And, if I work for CBC, I'm probably pretty happy that my employer, put a little bubble wrap around me for a little while and just let things cool down a little bit. But I digress. Anyway, comments are back on CBC. So here we go. A student, like how does this happen? How in 2021 does this happen? Here we go. A student at a Toronto high school said his whole class was shocked and confused after a teacher, are you ready? After a teacher wore blackface during Halloween celebrations on Friday. What the actual F? What? A student at a Toronto high school said his whole class was shocked and confused after a teacher wore blackface during Halloween celebrations on Friday. The Toronto District School Board has since placed the teacher at Parkdale Collegiate Institute on home assignment. Otis Stang, a grade 9 student, witnessed what happened. Quote, "The whole class was shocked and confused. It made me feel uncomfortable." Said students asked the teacher what his costume was, and the teacher became defensive and said he thought it just looked cool. Let me see. Oh, hang on. Andre's coming in. Let me just see if I can share my screen here. There's too many options here, Andre. Thanks for introducing me to StreamYard, by the way, you bugger.
There's way too much to play with now, eh?
Yeah, it doesn't tell me what anything is here. Anyway. So there's a picture. Go to the CBC. Here. I'll put the link up in StreamYard for the article. Bam. There you go. Go have a look at yourself. Go have a look for yourself. There's a picture of the teacher. So here, let me describe this to you. Okay, so teacher, kind of a gray-haired gentleman, cut shortish. He's got glasses on, white skin, and he's done a black circle around his entire face. Eyes, nose, mouth, black circle around his face, and then he's got his glasses and his blue COVID mask on. Thinks it looks cool. Oh man! Good morning. Good morning, Andre, by the way. Thanks for popping in. You like the little video links, do you?
I do. I love that. Yeah, there's a lots of racism still happening too. Actually, the Lookout just posted that they're no longer associating with one of the drag queens here in the city because of racism. Even her company, who brings all the Canada's and RuPaul's Drag Races
Oh,
people here.
no.
Yes, they posted on Tuesday that they're no longer associating with the Yaya Torres and the House of Torres because she apparently, because she's Brazilian, she thinks she can be racist and say whatever she wants. And she was introducing an African American queen, and on the side of the stage, she was like, "Girl, it's so dark in here. I can't see you. You need to smile." And it was inside the bar, and the bar finally heard this after an entire summer of her being racist on a microphone in the middle of the market.
Well, listen, I don't really want to, that's an area I don't really want to get into. My lawyer doesn't want me to get into that kind of stuff either. But
it's horrible. It's still around, and I cannot believe that teacher did that.
Like, but and apparently, according to one poster right now, they interviewed this teacher, and he said he didn't have a costume idea, so I'll just paint my face black. Holy crap! Come on. But you know what? I mean, I understand. Listen, people who have darker skin, and you do photography, I've done photography. Yeah. And you've got to really sort it out in your head because you have to light a darker skinned individual differently than you do a light skinned individual. Just not dissimilar to how you have to light, a dark tablecloth versus a light tablecloth. That's just how light works and shadows, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But
just like the outfits too. Like if you have a dark outfit on, you actually either have to light up the front or the back to show off the outfit, right?
Depending on the effect you want. But yeah, I mean, I've shot plenty of wedding, or headshots or whatever else. And, you got your lighting set up for someone who looks like you do, or I do. And then the next person that pops in to get their headshot done, is a darker skinned individual. Hang on. I've just got to adjust my lighting. But as you say these things, you become abundantly aware of, I need to be really careful how I say this because I don't intend and I don't want to imply or
Like if I look like today, there'd be a lot of airbrushing to be done after the photo's done.
You look fine. Kelly's asking how you light a red bottom. I'm not going to advise you on that, Kelly, because you could end up banned from apparently fetish websites. Anyway, like it's easier to spank a white and dark person as what? Like it's easier to spank a white and dark person as the Blushing and Marks show. Okay.
I think whoever wrote that needs more coffee. I don't know. I think I need more coffee after that. Hang on.
Where are my... Oh, shoot. My other glasses are upstairs. I'm trying to get used to this 2 glasses thing going on now. But how does a teacher this day and age... I mean, are you so out of touch with reality that you're not even aware of the shitstorm that the Prime Minister caused?
Right? I was going to say he doesn't listen to Lowell Green because that's all he talked about for a little while was the Prime Minister, so...
Because it's so egregiously bad, and it's just like there's just no need for that.
No,
like we've got sports teams that are like, no, we will not be called this anymore. It is no longer acceptable. Like there's no way you can be in a position like a teacher and not know that putting black shoe polish or whatever on your face is not going to piss off the world,
right?
There's
not get it put on to show the world. Like now, his career is over now, like done.
Oh, I hope so. Listen, the comment that he thought it looked cool. Let's sit down with a therapist for a while and figure out what's going on in that head. There's something seriously wrong.
Yeah.
Let me see. So what's up with you, girlfriend? I'm surprised you're even on here because you're coming over for dinner tonight. By the way, you're getting spoiled with John Burgers.
I know. I heard. My boss is off today, so.
Oh, I see. So you figured you'd slum it with me for a little while.
Well, I was supposed to take the day off because I have to go and update my license and health card and all that jazz. But she took the day off, and I was like, well, both bosses can't be off, so I decided to work today, and I get tomorrow off instead.
Oh, I see. All right.
Yeah.
Tell me about how things are going at Tees Pub though with your Sunday queer teas.
Wow.
They look like a lot of fun.
Yes. So as of about a month ago, they have DJ Zimawi there every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Jeez.
And there's a lineup basically every night.
Nice.
The pub, every table is taken. Halloween night, we had tables all along the side of the bar, packed.
High five. That's awesome.
Packed. Yeah.
I love it.
Queer tea is going really well. I'm going to be Madge, if you're listening, I'm hitting you up for some swag. I'm going to be ordering a whole bunch of swag because we got lots of BTR lovers there now on Sundays, and yeah.
Can we get some BTR swag that has glitter on it?
We need some.
We do need some.
Yeah, I still need to work on that backdrop too. But they actually one of the magnets that I have is permanently on the door on the front when you walk in the bar now. So
Jeanette would like to know, where is Tees Pub, please?
OMG. So it's on Somerset in the heart of the gay village, the beating heart of the gay village. So it's in between O'Connor and Bank Street. Yeah. They've got great food. They got lots of great pub food. Today's special is the Burger Boy. They have a special every day of the week. Sundays is brunch. So between 12 and 2, there's a brunch. So eggs Benny. They have a grilled cheese with ham in it. Regular breakfast things. And then the queer tea starts at 2 o'clock. They've got mimosas. Everything. It's great.
So Andre Prue is our guest, by the way. Andre adopts a few personas. Ms. Horizon, you were in drag again last night doing this is
talent show.
The talent show. How'd that go last night? Again, packed, busy?
Getting there.
Okay, good.
Talent shows are a little quieter for a Tuesday night. But I'm singing live every Tuesday now too, so you can't have a talent show and not show actual talent.
Well, I don't know. Have you heard my show?
Yeah, well, they don't pay attention to when you just do drag. But then the moment I started singing, every head turned around, and I was like, "Oh, I think I found something."
With all due respect, and I say this to you, knowing full well you can sing. When I sing, a lot of heads turn too. Just.
Then the dogs start howling.
Yeah. Yes.
But we also show Canada's Drag Race too. So the week before episode gets aired on the Tuesday. So we watch Canada's Drag Race from 8 to 9, and then we do the talent show from 9 to 11 o'clock-ish.
That sounds about as campy as you can get, and all kinds of awesome. So that's a Tees Pub. And yes, the Sunday afternoon Queer Tea is also heard live here on blasttheradio.com from 2 until, well, you're going to like 7 o'clock these days, right?
It's been going till 7 because they have karaoke at 8. So I kind of suggested that.
Thank you for not putting karaoke on the radio.
No, thank you. I don't even stay for karaoke.
Right. Okay. Really good.
Well, I do every once in a while, but I'm so tired by Sunday. Like, I forgot how tiring it is to be standing and DJing from like 8 to 1 for 2 days in a row, then doing it again for another 5 hours on a Sunday. Like, yeah.
And you're setting up and tearing down for each one of these too, right? So.
Well, the Friday nights, because it's a drag show, I'm in another room, but then the Saturday, Sunday, I'm on the main stage. So yeah, I reset Saturday morning, and then it stays until I'm done.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Because I'm part mosquito and I can't sit still.
Fair enough. Anyway, Tees Pub, good partners of ours here on blasttheradio.com, and certainly so grateful that Andre has joined us, and he's just such a champion for his community. And I love that you bring that to our airwaves every single Sunday. And then you pop on here every now and then and keep me company with, let me just say this about that. Oh, this just happening today. LRT news. You ready for LRT news? So the province is looking at the whole thing. Of course, this is not just funded by city taxpayers, but it's funded as well by Ontario taxpayers and by Canadian taxpayers. Right? It's a joint project on all three levels of government. Well, the Ontario government is now looking at things going, this is a mess. And we're thinking of withholding $60 million in funding because of the problems. Fix your shit, and then we'll cut you a check. So that just in, as they try and get the choo-choo train running again this week. They're testing it.
Did you see the house on Halloween that had that big LRT coming out of his front lawn?
I did. And I mean, I said this yesterday.
Fun.
I'm laughing at it, but on the other hand, it's like, we've had so many things with OC Train. Well done. Well done. Yeah. I seem to be the only one who's sort of like even wincing at that.
Well, I mean, I took the cattle shuttle bus a couple of last week because I generally don't like to drink and drive when I'm DJing. So, yeah, that was an experience. I wouldn't want to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a headline just popped up. Men with golden penis syndrome are ruining sex and dating for women.
What's a golden penis?
I don't know, but ironically, you popped up on my show, and here comes this headline about golden penises. And I can't, after what I just said earlier, I cannot possibly just see the headline and not read the entire articles.
Well, now I got to find out what that is because
here we go. New York Post. Beware of the college grad cad. Men with college degrees have become so cocky that they're ruining romance for their female counterparts. One leading expert, they put in quotes, alleges just 40.5% of college students in the U.S. are male, meaning they're in short supply and in high demand when dating on campus. The lack of competition has led to these men to develop golden penis syndrome, an arrogance that stems from the assumption that a steady supply of females will be sexually interested in them.
So that means I have a golden penis. I didn't know that.
You know what? That's what you want to be doing at any of your shows at Tees Pub. Your talent show? Who's the winner tonight of the Golden Penis Award?
Well, we don't have to put the stripper pole anymore. I'll just use my golden penis.
By the way, just don't. Take it from me. I am a pro. Do not put pictures of the Golden Penis Award on a website like Grindr or FetLife. God forbid you would be violating community standards by posting such things in such places. How crazy!
On those sites, you're not allowed to post any junk. Your profile picture has to be either your chest or something else. It's not allowed to be any of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, but can I can't. I've not been on Grindr. I have no business being on Grindr, so I can't speak to that. But on FetLife, yeah, typically people use, most of its faces. Actually, most people don't even use a profile picture at all on FetLife.
Some don't.
But like, there are three places to go and click, and all of them, like one of them is just like the latest videos, and I mean it's Pornhub. Is what it is. It's user content instead of this came from God knows what production house. The other section that you can click on is what your friends are up to and what they're posting. It's just as bad. Yeah. And then there's
I don't have friends on those apps. Like, no.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like the whole thing is built around show us you being naughty. Well, here's a spanked bottom. Barely no. You violate community. It's so funny.
Well, the apps that I'm on, your photo is not public until it's approved by administrator. So it doesn't matter what photo you put, they'll approve it or decline it, and they'll tell you it's too racy or too much skin or whatever. I have a question for you, actually.
Okay.
When is Dairy Queen coming on a Tuesday? See you next Tuesday. Come on.
You now, do you mean appearing or coming? Because the two are very different things.
Well, you could appear and then come after you're done. And whatever you do after is your business.
Things you can only do on internet radio, kids.
I do my face there, and I've got it nailed down to 20 minutes now. So
I'm sure you do your face
that
there.
long to look that cheap. So
anyway. Jesus, you make the joke so easy, dude. It's not even funny.
I made it for myself. It's all good.
I do my face there. I'm sure you do. I don't know. You know what? You're right. I haven't done drag since, when was the last time you did me up in drag? It's well over a year.
That was my cancer event, wasn't it?
So last August.
The Pride event for 2 Augusts ago.
So not this past August, the August previous.
Yep. In my garage. Well, when I lived in Findlay Creek.
I remember it was ridiculously hot, and because when I first started doing the drag bingos with Madge and with Divalicious, I said, this week, how often do you do these? They said, well, typically, in the winter, early spring, and late fall. And I said, oh, you get the summers off, and they're like, girl, the makeup and the outfits. In July, no, and I got a little taste of that when you had me, and I was more than happy to do that for Pride, of course. Whatever you need, it's just, why not? Got dragged up for you as Ms. Dairy Queen. Not the first time I've been in drag. I did that actually for Divalicious's birthday, my first time ever in drag, which was a riot, and it was the worst drag costume ever. Oh my god, it was sacrilegious to even call that drag. Hag. It was more hag.
It was more hag
than anything. Anyway, it was like a bad Halloween costume is what it was. We did infinitely better once you got your hands on me, and we had the glittery dress and stuff like that, a proper hairdo, which you did all up. I'm happy to do that for you anytime, Andre. You just let me know. Give me enough notice that I can clear my schedule. I'm more than happy to show up and do that for you.
I'd love to have you anytime. We can work on an outfits. Well, actually, maybe after you're a couple of Whitneys, I'll get you to sign a favor.
There you go. You're coming over for dinner tonight for John Burgers. Get me drunk, and then get me in drag.
I'll just kidnap you into my Jeep and have you here until you do the show.
I like how there's
folks, he's going to have to do it from here now.
I like how there is absolutely stunned silence. Not a single person right now in any of our platforms. Not on Twitch, not on YouTube, not on Facebook, not on Twitter, not a single text, not a single person saying, oh my God, yes, I need to see John doing drag.
Well, mainly because they probably wouldn't come to the bar, but we could probably work on doing a live Twitch broadcast that day. Right? Everybody could see it. I'm actually thinking of doing the shows live on Twitch on the Tuesday nights, but we'll see.
Okay.
Couple of performers that are coming every week, I get some poetry. I got a lot of poets. I've got a live guitar singer. So yeah, I'm getting quite a few people. And the first prize is a $25 bar tab at Tea's Pub. So.
Ooh. Well, that's actually almost better than a Golden Penis Award, frankly.
Yeah, you get to drink instead of taking some dildo home or whatever.
Oh, no, now you've just listen. This is how it happens in my brain.
What?
We need to develop the Golden Penis Award that you can drink out of.
They do have shooter glasses like that. My ex had some, but they were glass, so you wouldn't want to bang those around. They actually do exist.
Jeanette would love to see me in drag. It's not pretty, but this is the thing.
But the BTR Golden Penis keychain would be really cool too. You just get a tattoo up the shaft. BTR.
What?
Yeah.
No. The tattoo up the shaft, if it's just BTR, no. Girlfriend, it's got to be blasttheradio.com/Milkman Show. Like all
really?
over.
So it's got to be a big one. Yeah.
Hours, yes.
Yeah. I have a tattoo and it says Missy, and whenever it's big, it's Mississippi.
Thank you, Reader's Digest. But listen, and again, I'm serious. I'm always game for that. I'm more than happy. Listen, I've made the investment. I got the heels. I've got the makeup and the wigs and stuff. They're all here. You do drag once, and it's amazing. People come out of oh my God, I got a closet full of wigs. Here, have some wigs. Bam. I showed up at your house with 3 suitcases? Here. Let's have some fun with this. For a guy who's only done drag once in his life, I have an amazing pile of stuff. But all this to say, yeah, sure, I'll get dressed up in drag, but this is a talent show you do on Tuesdays. What the? I don't have a. What am I going to do? Stand there, and do this for the night? Talk people's ears off? Yawn.
There's actually comedy as well. So it's like an America or Canada's Got Talent kind of thing. So that's why I keep telling people, they're like, I don't have any talent. And I'm like, well, then we'll install a stripper pole and you can show us how you burlesque or something.
I need to lose probably a good 100 pounds or so before I can even think about putting my ass on a stripper pole. Like,
you can come in the hula hoop.
But I was just going to say that I can't even get a damn hula hoop to work. What talent do I possibly have?
Yeah, comedy. Like Juppy said, yeah, you're funny. So you can come and do a little comedy.
I've done, you know what? Thank you. I don't know if I'm funny or not. This is just me just being a goofball.
You have people logging in every morning to listen to you. Of course you're funny.
24 people with nothing better to do in their life than maybe I'm not funny. Maybe I'm actually compelling, Andre. You don't know.
Oh yeah.
I have, you know what? I've done stand-up comedy twice. Which is very difficult to do. I have so much respect for people who do stand-up comedy. That is so complicated. The first time I did it,
it is hard.
The first time I did it was long. Gosh, I mean, it has to be at least 30 years ago. I was doing some media relations for a nonprofit organization, and one of the consultants found me to be incredibly funny and said, especially with voice impersonations, said, I run the Dorval Winter Carnival. We'd love to have you come and do comedy. And I've told this story before, but here it is again. So I show up in Dorval, and the two headliners are on the Yuck Yucks comedy tour. These are professionals, right? I show up, never having done this before, in lime green pants, a bright pink shirt, a bright orange belt. I'm sure I had Ronald McDonald shoes on as well. Like I was just this freak show of bad 80s neon colors. Hello, I'm going to be funny. Dorval. For those who don't know, Dorval is in Montreal-ish.
With that, you could do Shut Up Chicken or something.
That's in the province of Quebec. And like I said, we're going back 30 years. You think the politics there are hardcore now? Yeah. Let's go back 30 years. All right. Mr. Stand-up comedian in his bright green pants, pink shirt, orange belt, and Ronald McDonald shoes. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, it's certainly nice to be here in Quebec, although I really can't wait for your province to separate. So my drive to the East Coast is that much shorter.
Bump.
Dude, I mean, you hear the expression, you could hear a pin drop?
Yeah.
It was even quieter than that. I couldn't get out of that city and that province fast enough. And I never heard from the guy again, by the way. So it was, and I said, and of course, me with anxiety, I just went, I'm never doing that again. Oh my God. Oh, that was such a horrible experience. And then fast forward, or actually now let's rewind. Just after Robin Williams passed, Yuck Yucks reached out and said, we would like to do a comedy night and a fundraiser recognizing the work of Robin Williams. Would you MC it? And I said, I'd be more than happy to. And they said, great, put together a couple of routines. And I went, wait, what? They said, oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to be the MC, you're basically doing comedy between all the comedians.
Yeah.
Okay. So I worked my ass off on a set. Now, I'm pleased to say that when I did the Yuck Yucks thing, let's say 5 years ago, I felt so great. I've seen the video. The video is available on our YouTube page, by the way. If you go to youtube.com/blasttheradio, scroll down. It's one of the very first videos we ever posted. Oh yeah, no, it's there. I killed that night. But, and there's a big but. Settle down.
I like
it was an entire room filled with Milky fans. So the room was very much in my favor, right? So I to now, of course, I look back at that and I go, was I funny? Was I actually doing comedy, or was I just in a very fortunate situation? Like, what comedian walks into a room full of people who like just are there to support the cause, know that he's not necessarily the best at this, but are going to laugh at him and support him anyway? I really, really think the room was just being really, really kind to me that night, frankly. So, but again,
I have two things that I know you could do for the talent show now.
Okay.
So tonight we can rehearse the song, Dua Lipa and Elton John, because
nobody. By the way, nobody wants to hear me sing. Nobody.
We're not singing it. We'll lip sync it.
No, why?
Okay, we could do it live. Sure, I have no problem with that. I can sing that song, and you could do that Elton John part. Come on now.
Why is lip syncing even a thing, though?
Because people can't sing.
There's an entire the Paramount has an entire TV show devoted to this. I don't get it.
And they actually, they did start. Finally, they started a RuPaul's Drag Race with live singing drag queens. But I guess my application's on the cutting room floor. I have no idea.
See, like actually singing, that would be a talent.
Yeah.
And listen, I know. I mean, listen, RuPaul. Is it RuPaul or Todrick?
Yeah, RuPaul.
One of them even mentions in one of their songs, you know, it's Todrick. Is it Todrick? You think it's easy lip syncing? You know, whatever. They reference the fact that drag queens, by and large, lip sync.
Yeah, because if you can't sing, you don't know how to freaking lip sync properly, and you do all the.
No, we got to come up with some sort of talent.
Facial expressions, which singers don't do. And the second thing I thought of is Bobby reading an adult book.
Now that I can do.
Right. Yeah, you forgot about that. I didn't.
No, I haven't forgotten about that. I just don't know if that's necessarily a talent.
It is.
It's a funny little bit I do here on the show.
Not anybody can do voices like that.
It's a funny little bit that I really thought I'd have a chance to do in front of Howie Mandel, and then I ruined that for myself. But that story is kind of legendary by now.
I heard Andre Philippe Gagnon is coming back too.
Wow.
Which I haven't seen him, and friggin' my dad used to love him.
I'm amazed that he's not, you know, sort of in the same vein as Sean Connery. Like, I thought he died 2 years ago.
No, he's still around.
Okay, so what if the talent is Bobby sings songs?
Ooh, some Sesame Street songs.
Why? No. No.
It's Friday then. Oh, could you do that?
Sunday what? It's Friday again. Oh my God.
You could do that song.
Okay, we could do a live version of Strokin'.
With the golden penis.
The golden penis goes to me. I got the penis. The penis is all mine. I got the penis and I'm feeling fine. I got the penis. Now pour me a glass of wine. I got the penis. It's mine, 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 mine.
There we go. There's my talent.
I need more coffee.
Andre Prue is, there's Linda. Can we play some music?
It's 10 a.m. now. Yep.
There you go. It's 10 a.m. It's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. What? We better get to some music, I suppose. So there you go.
Nice tomorrow with you.
Yeah. Tomorrow on the show, our first actual guest, not just some friend of mine who pops on to bail me out. If you remember the Family Brown, you're not going to want to miss this. That's tomorrow here on the Milkman Show on blasttheradio.com. Yes, and if you do love music, and who doesn't love music, we got plenty of it for you coming right up on blasttheradio.com. Let me just say this about that. Brought to you by Hometown Sports and Grill on Bank Street, giving you a chance this week to win a pair of 200 level tickets for the Sens taking on the Islanders December 7th. It also comes with a $50 gift card from Hometown Sports and Grill. You've got your Monday number, you've got your Tuesday number, your Wednesday number. Today's number is 30. You'll need all 5 by Friday in order to have a chance to win on Let Me Just Say This About That.